Good morning. I hope that everyone is having a great Friday so far. Um, so my plan was this morning to have my shower and everything done before I got on here, but it was like 6:18 by the time I was about to jump in the shower. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna have to do this video first, and then I can jump in the shower and get ready to go. I got up early this morning. Um, I really almost didn't, to be honest, because Jazzy kind of rolled over and put her arm over me, and it made me just want to be, just kind of cherish that moment for a little bit. So I did, and I kind of laid with her for a few minutes, but then my mind started going to work, and I thought about, how much I was so appreciative to have her in my life, but that I knew that I needed to get up because I had a lot that I needed to accomplish this morning. One of those things was cooking. I ran out of food yesterday, so I knew that if I didn't get up this morning, and we went grocery shopping yesterday after I picked her up, so yesterday evening, so I knew if I didn't get up this morning and get some food cooked that I wasn't going to have anything to eat. And that's always kind of important to me. So I made sure that I got up and did that. And then when I got up, a few minutes later, she came out and she was up. And I said, "It's too early for you." It was about 3:15. And I said, "It's too early for you." And she said, "Oh, I don't want to go back to sleep. I want to be up." And I was like, "Oh, you're going to be so tired." But she's just in camp, so I'm not too worried. But anyway, I was trying to waste some time to see if anybody was gonna come on here. I wanted to get on here because I have personally been dealing with some struggle internally, and I wanted to just relay that with you guys because I feel like that this is the platform where I can do that. I tell everyone of you that I'm working with that I'm on the same journey as you are. It's just I might be a little bit further ahead in certain areas, but that doesn't mean that every day I'm not having to do what I need to in order to constantly work on myself and become a better version of myself. So today is going to be my very first workshop, and I wanted to just explain some limiting factors that has occurred or surrounding this. So it is going to be a new thing that I've never done, but I know that I needed to do it. And even if no one shows up, I'm going to do a Facebook Live in the Total Health group. And I've just decided that, you know what, I'm going to all these speaker trainings and trying to learn as much as possible. And I listen to renowned speakers every day, but in the end, I am only me and I can only be me. So I have to start somewhere, just like with everything else, right? So if you have a goal, no matter what your goal is, you always just have to start. And as long as you start and you continue to work towards the goal, then you'll continue to progress. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just going to start and I'm just going to, be myself and relay the things that I know are important when it comes to health and wellness. So, but I did wanted to just explain something that came up in the course of this that I learned about myself. Because it's always good when you can recognize things about yourself. So, I printed up 50 flyers for this event, and I wasn't able to pick them up, or I wasn't. Well, I will say that time flew, and from the time that I coordinated the event in the first place until the time that I had the flyers. So I did not have the flyers until Monday. And I was not able to, well, I did not start, I'm not going to say I was not able to. I did not start passing them out until Tuesday, and my event was on Friday. So, I also realized that even though it's a free workshop, I know that I need to do this in order to have more people trust me to want to work with me. So, there's this limiting factor when it comes to wanting or trying to sell myself. And so even though it's a free workshop, I still had issues with passing out the flyers. It was really weird. But it was something that I really noticed about myself. And it was funny because I would be like, first thing in the morning, I would be like, you know what? I'm just going to go do this. I'm just going to go pass these flyers out. And then the day would go along, and by the end of the day, I might have passed out a couple. And it really goes back to, our health journey as well. We say we're going to do all these things, but then we don't act on it. So, in all actuality, if people don't show up today, I can only blame myself. And I also know that I'm going to have to do things a little bit differently. So, I went ahead and started a meetup group here in Jacksonville for wellness. And I'm mostly, kind of targeting single moms and just moms in general, just because I am a mom and everything that I do needs to involve my daughter. She's the most important thing I have in my life. So I went ahead and created it. And I realized that in doing that, that was a lot more comfortable for me. And I'll be able to, set up meetups to where, hey, let's just meet up at the park and we'll talk about things and stuff like that. And it'll be kind of an informal setting. And that's more of what I need to do because, all of us, when we grow up a certain way or we deal with certain things in our lives, we end up thinking a certain way. So for me, I know that I'm a trustworthy person and I know that I'm genuine. And you guys, if I didn't have to pay bills, I would do this for free. I love it. I love being able to change lives. But I also know that, the first is on Monday and I'm looking at what's in the checking account and not sure if I can pay my rent. And that is a really, that's an eye opener for sure. So I know that this is what I need to do. But I had a really good conversation yesterday with Kenya, and I asked her like, what would you want to do? And she mentioned working with teen girls and stuff like that. And it's funny because when after we had the conversation, I thought about it and I was like, wow, that's something I've always wanted to do as well. I believe that I could help a lot of teen girls that might be going through a lot. Just to let them know that, there is life after this and it only looks bad right now because you're in it, which is where I was. And when Kenya said that, I thought that was really cool. So I'm probably going to reach back out to her and see, or maybe she'll watch this and we can talk about, hey, let's do like a 5-year plan. Like, how can we implement this? Because that's something I would really like to probably partner with her on. That would be great. And then this morning, I received an amazing testimonial video from Carolyn. I have to see if I can somehow convert the video file to where I can save it in a different way and upload it to YouTube, because it was so compelling, you guys. Like, and it's part of the reason why I didn't get in the shower on time, because I checked my email and I saw that and I really wanted to watch it. And when I watched it, I really teared up. So, but hearing that and hearing what she said, really, and then even, my talk with Kenya yesterday, like, you guys don't understand just how much I need to hear things like that, because, I know that I have the ability to change people's lives. And in the back of my mind, I know I'm doing it, but when I hear it from someone, or when somebody makes the effort to make a video like that, or like Elsie did, like, that's just wow. I can't even explain the feeling. But yeah, I just really appreciate you guys for doing that. and it's really helping me gain the confidence that I need to take this further. My ultimate goal is just to be financially secure, to where I'm not having to worry about how I'm going to pay my rent each month. I want to be able to get us a house, and I don't want my husband to have to get another job when he retires. I want him to be able to feel like we're stable enough to where he can actually kind of explore some things that he was meant to do. So that's my goal. And I plan on writing that out and having a plan for it, because a goal without a plan is a failure. And I'm starting to learn that more and more each day. So, again, no one's on here. I really hope that you guys take the time to watch this later. I do these videos and I come on here for you guys. It's not for me. So I really just hope that you guys start writing it in your calendar and you get on here whenever I do them, just because I'm not able to stay on here too long. So I want to make sure that I just hit all the key points. But I did want to make sure that I mentioned Elsie. She's doing her first bodybuilding competition on Sunday in Okinawa, so it'll be Saturday here. I'm not sure the time of the competition. I know she sent me the flyer, so I'll have to go back and look. But Elsie is someone else that I am able to relate with very well. I had to come into my own with what I'm doing now, and she had to come into her own with herself as well. So she's definitely done that tremendously since I met her, and she did a lot of work on herself before I met her. But even just since I've met her, like, her confidence level has just soared, and it's amazing to just watch that progress over time. So she decided after she had her baby that she wanted to do the show, but when she found out she was pregnant, we were actually prepping her for her first show, and that was last year. So then she found out she was pregnant, and of course she had to step away from that. And that's when I kind of gained enough confidence in myself to do my own prep to get myself on the stage, because I was determined to have somebody represent us last year in the competition. So, but this year she's kind of taken that and ran with it, and I'm just so proud of her. And Elsie, I hope you watch this video later and understand how proud I am of you. And, we're definitely going to work together, because I know that you will be an amazing asset to this team, and helping me change other people's lives. So I'm very excited for that. But I just wanted to congratulate her on all of her efforts and all of her hard work, because you guys, that takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of discipline, mostly. And she has a new baby, and so she's also incorporating her child into what she's doing. And as a baby, that's just amazing, because now her kid is going to grow up kind of the same way Jazzy did, and I can just already vision how amazing this is going to be for her. And I know Elsie is meant to impact lives as well, so I'm really proud of her for everything that she's done and what she's doing. And I can't wait to continue all of this and just help more people. And you guys, the testimonial videos, I can't even explain how impactful that is. Not just for me personally, but since I don't like to, it's something in me it makes it very difficult for me to try to sell myself. I've just always acted. I've always, just put in the effort in all the areas, and people have noticed that. But when I came here, Jacksonville's so spread out, and everybody's just doing their own thing. And so to get someone to actually notice what I'm doing, I have to speak. I have to be able to relay that. But you guys, if I can pull up a video and allow one of you to do that for me, I can't even explain how much more of an impact that is going to make. And I really just appreciate it. Like I said, I'm kind of financially struggling right now, but I know that's going to go away the more that I have the support of you guys, and the more that that people start entrusting me to help them on their journeys. So I'm just going to continue to work on my confidence when it comes to the areas that I'm weaker in. Because in any weakness, the only way to get stronger in those areas is to actually develop the weakness, just like everything else. So, yeah, that's something that I'm going to continue to work on. But for the time being, the more that you guys can advocate for me, gosh, I would appreciate it so much. And I am truly thankful and grateful for you all. And, for God giving me this chance to spread my gift and hopefully make a living out of it. So I'm going to get off here because I do need to get in the shower and get Jazzy to camp. And I have to do some finishing touches for the PowerPoint for the workshop, and just, get myself together and see what happens when I get there. I have tons of water, and I cut up a bunch of protein bars, and I'm just gonna be prepared for a bunch of people to show up, and I feel like I'm supposed to be in this place, and that's the driving force. So when you get to that point in your life to where you realize that the only way you're going to progress is to get out of your comfort zone, it's amazing what can happen. I was comfortable when I was getting a check on the 1st and the 15th, and I was comfortable even in Okinawa when Tori was getting a check on the 1st and the 15th, and we only had one rent, but we did have a mortgage also. But it was a little bit more comfortable because we were under the same roof. Now we're not. We're not in the same area. We're not under the same roof. We luckily got the house rented out, but we do have two households that we're keeping up. And so I have to be able to make enough to where I can provide for Jazzy and I. I don't want to have to keep relying on him. And so that's my driving factor. It's pushing me to completely get out of my comfort zone. And sometimes we need that. We need that situation to arise. But I hope that you guys don't wait for that. And if you know anybody that's waiting for that, please talk to them and let them know not to wait, because, everything that happened to me happened for me, but it did not give me a chance to plan. It did not give me a chance to know what I was getting myself into. But it's probably better that way, because it's allowed me to become a totally different version of myself. And I tell you guys, this is probably the best me that I've been my whole life. So I hope that you feel like that as well. And if you don't, you just have to take the steps towards getting there. And ultimately, no one can do that for you. It's really up to you. I can give you all the tools in the book, but if you don't make the effort to actually utilize them, then there's not going to be a whole lot of change. I hate to say it. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to get off here. But I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you trusting me. And I hope that you have an amazing Friday. And for those of you in the group, I will talk to you on Sunday. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.